Live from Denver, this is Fox 31 News at 9.
Right now at 9, a pinpoint weather alert day with the earliest snow in decades. It hasn't been this cold this early in the season in nearly 60 years, and it's not letting up yet.
More snow falls overnight. An update on totals and Colorado's most accurate forecast.
And the stunning breaking news tonight about the Broncos. We're tracking Von Miller's health. How many games will he miss? Lots to get to at 9. We do want to start with breaking news and a live look at Interstate 70 at Georgetown, where the westbound lanes of I-70 just reopened after closing on and off all evening due to multiple spinouts. These are some truckers that are pulled off there, probably chaining up or resting for the night. CDOT tells us drivers were headed too fast for conditions. Some truckers don't have their chains. Those are required right now. They're on that. And we are tracking that storm and record cold right now as it moves through the metro area.
And you can see, again, this radar showing snow stacking up in so many neighborhoods. Refer to the blue. And as our chief, Dave Frazier, has been telling us, the temperature, the big story here, from 93 yesterday, we just reached 31. We'll do the math. A 62-degree temperature swing, and that ties a record.
Impressive math. Chief Meteorologist Dave Frazier now with us. Dave, you've been expecting it to be even colder when we wake up.
Yeah, we're going to dip down even lower than that 31 degrees, guys. Impressive temperature swing out there. But tonight our focus is on the snow. And once the sun set, if you were watching us here on Fox 31 earlier this evening, I did an update in
Snow in September. It's nothing we can't handle. Still a shock to the system after record-breaking heat.
What's an annoyance for some is a godsend to folks in northern Colorado.
We're just absolutely loving it. I mean, we're jumping for joy.
Firefighters and homeowners near the Cameron Peak fire catch a much-needed break.
Farmers aren't feeling the same way.
A freeze is a freeze. But once it kills it, it's dead. It doesn't come back.
Corn farmers could lose millions.
The Broncos take a hit before the season even starts. Von Miller may be sidelined.
RTD has struggled to find workers. Balancing the books may mean the transit agency fires hundreds of its workers. 9 News at 10 starts now.
Snow still coming down tonight at 10 o'clock. It's a wet, heavy snow that's weighing down tree branches around town. Snow appears to be letting up around Denver. Up in Boulder, the National Weather Service measured 4.5 inches of snow. After this cold, wet, dreary day, the unusual September storm kicked into higher gear in late afternoon and early evening, dropping big flakes. From Coors Field, you couldn't see the skyline around 6 o'clock. By tonight, the infield there was covered in snow. This hasn't caused any major issues around Denver. It's just kind of a fall novelty.
The snow is sticking to roads in the mountains where it's getting cold and slick. The National Weather Service is worried wet roads will freeze. And we have some safety closures on I-70 as well. And they were all day. Kathy? Seems like just a couple, 2-3 days ago it was 101.
Today, and it was. Whoa. Kim, it seemed like it, and it was.
Yeah.
And yesterday when I was out here, it was ash falling on me, and tonight it's magical snow. And overnight, it will be the temperatures that will be falling. Outside right now, lighter snow in the city after a day with heavy, wet snowflakes, and the snow will continue.
Snow is starting to accumulate across Colorado. What to expect for the next 24 hours.
So it's a cold, wintry night coming up. How low and how much snow?
Concerns of tree branches falling on power lines. What Excel is doing to keep the lights on in your home.
We believe that we will have an escalation of power outages tonight.
As temperatures plummet, what you need to know before you head out the door.
Our live complete team coverage on this Denver 7 Weather Action Day starts right now.
The snow is still falling in parts of Colorado, so that means you'll wake up to slick spots on bridges and overpasses, and yes, you may have to brush off your car.
We've seen a more than 50-degree temperature swing in the last 24 hours, and tonight temperatures are plummeting and will dip to at or below freezing in some areas.
All right, our live team coverage continues for you tonight. We're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson with what to expect overnight and in the coming days. Denver 7's Gary Bro tracking conditions on the Denver-Aurora line.
First to our Addie Guajardo live off Forest Street and 6th Avenue in Denver. Addie, trees are already down, and tonight Excel crews are getting ready for potential power outages.
That is right, Jessica. That's because the snow and wind has picked up and slowed down throughout the day. Right now it's calm, but really where the problem
Summer snow blankets the metro area. Lauren Whitney is tracking the latest on this wild weather system.
Plus, is this the end of an era? No more snow days for students.
Remote learning, you're going to have to be doing it on your computer.
Just a huge blow for the Broncos. Von Miller is out for the season.
And allegations CSU protected a prominent donor accused of sexually assaulting a student.
Pretty jaw-dropping.
We begin tonight with the metro area's first measurable September snowfall in 20 years.
It's a dramatic shift after weeks of record heat. The snow has been falling steadily for the last few hours. This is downtown Denver, where the roads are looking clear so far. This time lapse from the tech center shows snow really starting to pick up steam. At times, it's been tough for drivers to see too far in front of them. And we want to take you to Old Town Arvada right now for a live look there downtown. The snow put a damper on outdoor dining. Could be a dire preview for the winter for restaurants. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes. First, though, we know that you want the latest on this system, so let's get right over to Lauren.
Well, there is still plenty of snow in Colorado. We are not done by a long shot. Starting to clear a little bit in parts of western Colorado, but you may still see some overnight tonight. There is heavy snow in southern